It's time now for the Peter Channel New News Report on this Monday afternoon, March 28, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. I have 12 noon news and odds on this Monday afternoon. On our top story at 12 is family members warned on Monday in Lahore, Pakistan after a suicide bombing in a park a day earlier killed dozens. Belgium on Monday released the sole suspect prosecutors that get arrested directly in relation to the Brussels terrorist attacks. The sudden revelation came as Brussels prepared to honor victims of the bombings with an interfaith more after a weekend. Georgia Governor Nathan Deal on Monday vetoed the state controversial religious liberty bill, helping Atlanta's bid to host the Super Bowl in either 2019 or 2020 at the Falcons' new $1.4 billion Mercedes-Benz Stadium set to open next summer. Washington. Hillary Clinton on Monday was set to target Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump despite renewed pressure from her Democratic rival for a presidential nomination of the party after sweeping wins in 3 U.S. by Bernie Sanders. Washington. The U.S. Supreme Court on Monday rejected flamboyant former two-term Democratic Illinois Governor Rod Blazevich's appeal of conviction and corruption charges, including attempted extortion from campaign contributors and wire fraud. There were 147 FBI agents involved in the Hillary Clinton email investigation. Havana. Manuel Cruz guided his 1955 DeSoto convertible along the famed seawall known as the Malecon. As he tells us what he really needed to improve the economy, he said, as after President Obama's visit, Cubans debate England's future and economy. The status of a Catholic priest kidnapped by Islamic State fighters in Yemen was unclear on Monday after his captors reportedly threatened to crucify him on Good Friday, the day Catholics observed the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and the death at Calvary. This is absolutely horrifying as a 7-year-old girl in Britain died over the weekend after Vatican Castle she was playing and blew away by a strong gust of wind. President Xi Jinping of China as Chinese security officials have detained 11 people so far in a wide-ended investigation of the origins of an online letter denounced the iron-fisted rule of Mr. Xi. Mosul, Iraq. An Iraqi army offensive to retake the city of Mosul was suspended after 5 days due to bad weather, Kurdish commander said on Monday. Seoul. North Korea began a fresh round of nuclear provocations after the United States turned down an offer of peace talks that Russian diplomats said. Rotterdam, Netherlands. Dutch police have arrested a Frenchman suspected of involvement in planning a terror attack, Dutch prosecutors said. Kabul, Afghanistan. A rocket struck Afghanistan's parliament complex in Kabul, Poland, and home and started building it. The Taliban claimed responsibility for that attack. In Indianapolis, a 22-year-old arrested in connection with the death of an Indiana toddler has been charged with rape, murder, child molestation, and a slew of other charges according to online court records. In Boston, the president of Northeastern University, which operates a satellite campus in North Carolina, expressed deep concerns about the state's hastily passed law that sharply limits protections for LGBT people. Medicine Lodge, Kansas. Winds that have into firefighters trying to contain the biggest wildfire in Kansas history are forecast to increase. World anxiety about terrorism of 2006 election has split the heads. The advantage for now. Washington. A Pentagon investigation found that a former Defense Intelligence Agency deputy used text calls for what amounted to a personal limousine service. Madison, Wisconsin. Hillary Clinton will press the Senate to fill the vacancy of the Supreme Court, saying in this speech, the core pillars of a progressive movement are at risk. Western Florida. President Obama endorsed DNC Chairman Debbie Wasserman Schultz in a re-election bid as he faces a noticeable primary challenge from candidate Tim Canova. In local news, in Norton, a man arrested 2 months ago after he allegedly stabbed his estranged wife to death at her home in front of 3 young children and a visiting child that has pleaded innocent in Fall River Superior Court. Martin McDonald, 35, of Raymond, was ordered held in a jail without bail after Raymond on Friday had charges of first-degree murder, assault and battery, and intimidation of a witness. McDonald allegedly stabbed 34-year-old Julia A. Mead on January 23rd during an argument after a family dinner at Mead's apartment in Norton Glen. Apartments off Route 123. He is accused of punching Mead's 11-year-old daughter when the girl attempted to call 911, according to the police. Mead died at Sterling Memorial Hospital. McDonald fled the apartment in his pickup truck and was arrested shortly after collided with a car. Interstate 495. Police say he went across the median and far from the southbound lanes to the northbound lanes. In Boston, the average price of a gallon of gasoline in Massachusetts has soared by a dime in the past week, the 4th consecutive week of higher prices. AAA Northeast reported Monday that self-serve regulars now sell for an average of $1.96 per gallon. That's 28 cents higher than a month ago, but still 8 cents lower than the national average. Sale of Massachusetts lawyer for the Massachusetts State Police trooper charged with drunken driving and seriously injuring this passenger is asking a judge to dismiss the indictment. China's Amic Insurance Group Company has raised its offer for Starwood Hotels and Resorts Worldwide Incorporated to almost $14 million in its latest challenge to the U.S. Internet radio pioneer Pandora Media Incorporated is bringing back its co-founder Tim Westergren to run the company that faces increasing competition from streaming music services such as Apple Music and Spotify. Washington, U.S. consumer spending barely rose in February and inflation retreated, suggesting the Federal Reserve could remain cautious about raising interest rates in its year even as the labor market rapidly tightens. NTT Data will broaden its service capabilities to reach, while Dell will reduce the debt expected to come with the acquisition of EMC this year. New York crude oil prices traded slightly lower early Monday as supply strain built up against expectations of some form of cut from the major producers next month. New York cutting in oil imports from Saudi Arabia would likely cause a temporary spike in U.S. gasoline prices, but harm Brilado tries long-term market analysts said. Jerusalem, the head of one of the companies leading the offshore gas sector in Israel, expressed disappointment in court ruling against a deal with the government. Thailand's cave angelfish living today appeared similar to the Devonian area pteropods from hundreds of millions of years ago in the news study. Saturn's moons and rings were believed to be dated as far back as giant planets, yet a new research suggested the moons could have formed just about 100 million years ago. The trio of ridges on Titan known as Mifflin Mountains is home to the hazy Saturn and Moon's tail speak. The trio of ridges on Titan known as Mifflin Mountains is home to the hazy Saturn and Moon's tail speak. Dozens of space scientists are desperately scouring the skies after losing track of the quarter of the billion-dollar Japanese satellite that was sent to study black holes. Janet Dixon reveals breast cancer doubt she's going to get through this. This is not a pity party. In Seoul, South Korea confirmed on Saturday new case of avian influenza infection caused by avian influenza type A virus that could affect humans in rare cases. The pneumococcal conjugate vaccine products against several strains of pneumococcal bacteria, one of the major causes of children's middle ear infections. Peter Channel News Time, 12:07. Time now for a stock bar report on this Monday afternoon. The Dow up 14.97 points at 17,530.70. S&P 500 up 86 cents at 236.8. And Nasdaq down $4.15 at 4,769.35. Asian markets indicate up 131.62 points at 17,134.37. Shanghai down 21.59 points at 2,957.84. HSI down 269.962 points at 20,345.61. European market stacks down 171.58 points at 98.51.35. FTSE down 92.63 cents at 6106.48. CAC 40 down 94.30 points at 4,329.68 cents. Oil markets. Oil down 34 cents at $39.12. Brent down 52 cents at $39.92. And natural gas 3,000 point up at 1.809. Gold markets. Down $2.30 at $12.90.30. Silver up 36,000 point at 15.235. Copper 235,000 points up at 2.2525. Bond US 10-year down 19,000 point at 1.8737%. German 10-year yield up 3,000 point at 1.82%. And Chinese 10-year yield up 3,000 point at 98 points negative. FX. European US dollar up 42,000 point at 1.1205. US dollar Japanese yen up 23 cents at 113.27. And Great Britain pound US dollar up 99,000 point at 1.4241. Commodities. Wheat up 11 3/4 at 474 3/4. Soybean up 3/4 up 9.11 1/4. Corn up 1 1/4 at 371 1/4. Sugar up 31 cents at $16.18. Coffee up 8 cents at $128.35. Cotton down 27 cents at 57.45. Rough rice down 25,000 point at 10.24. And cocoa 2,965 up 3. Live cattle 125.375 unchanged. Lean hogs 82.85 up 2. And FT cattle 155.90 up 75,000 point. Okay. In Brockton, Massachusetts, moving back to the president at Augusta, reported world where a person is out of the vehicle. Peter Channel News Time, 12:09 p.m. on this Monday afternoon. Time now for a sports report. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be out of Los Angeles, taking on Los Angeles Clippers. Game time 10:30 p.m., which is 7:30 p.m. their time. Free agent safety Hussein Abdel have done Monday that he's decided to retire. Posted on Instagram that his health was the primary deciding factor of suffering 5 concussions in his 7-year career. The Green Bay Packers are expected to sign veteran tight end Jared Cook with a 1-year, $3.6 million deal. NFL media insider Ian Rappaport reported Monday. And Ian Rappaport also reported Monday that the former Houston Texans running back is scheduled to meet with Miami on Tuesday per a source informed of the team's plans. Peter Cello do time, 12:10 p.m. on this Monday afternoon time off at Travel Report on this Monday afternoon lunchtime commute. Let's start you off down in Rhode Island, where it's looking good on the highways and byways of Ocean State, except for a couple of little slow spots around 146 southbound before Route 99, Lincoln North Springfield stretch. 114, 138 is a little surrounded around Newport. Out in the Cape, Route 28 is from Braun to Falmouth. Route 6 from Stanmore all the way out to Orleans. Route 3 on the northbound side is a little slow after Route 18 to Union Street and the Weymouth Braintree stretch. 93 on the northbound side is slow from the Pike all the way after the Zakin Bridge. 120 on the southbound side a little slow before Route 3 in Burlington. Got a little accident around 120 on the southbound around 4225 in Concord. Route 2 in the eastbound side accident around Route 111 in Acton, Massachusetts. Mass parking on the westbound side so from 293.95 over to I-84 in Sturbridge. Out in Springfield, I-91 on the northbound side also from Route 57 in Agawam all the way up to 391 in Chickpea. I-91 on the northbound side also around the Deerfield stretch around Route 5. Down in Connecticut, I-91 on the northbound side, get accident in Rocky Hill. On the southbound side, I-91 on the southbound side, 91 on the northbound side, is slow before I-84 in Hartford, Connecticut. I-84 on the eastbound side, so after Route 8 in Westbury, Connecticut, I-84 on the westbound side, a little over the Cheshire stretch of I-84 in Connecticut, 91. It's looking good from Rocky Hill all the way to New Haven, 95 on the southbound side, so after Route 91. 95 on the southbound side, so from Fairfield to Norwalk, 95 on the northbound side, so from Greenwich to Stamford, Connecticut. Highways and byways of New York City are slow go. But the thruway is looking good from New York all the way out to the Pennsylvania border, except on the thruway on the westbound side, a little slow before Route 290 in Buffalo. And on the New York State Thruway, we got an accident in Weedsport just before Route 34, so expect some delays. I-87 on the southbound side, slow after the Canadian border in New York State, and I-89 in the slope after the Canadian border up in Vermont. But Vermont and New Hampshire main highways are looking good. And we're seeing a little new slow spot. It's 93 on the northbound side. It's slow all the way after the Assembly Square in Somerville. Okay, look at that. I-81 on both ends, also on Route 7 in Denver, Connecticut. Alright, look at that MBTA alerts here at 12:12. Green Line D branch position minor eastbound delays due to a disabled train. On the commuter rail, Providence train 80711 train outbound is operated 10-15 minutes beyond schedule between Hyde Park and Wickford Church due to Amtrak train traffic. And Thursday out looking good. Peter Cello News Times now 12:13 on this. On this Monday afternoon, and time now for a weather report, and it is a rainy Monday to start off the work week. Current conditions 45 degrees, temperature light, rain humidity 90%, wind speed variable about 3 miles on the barometer. Traffic at 70 inches, super about 42 degrees, and visibility 9 miles. Alright. Current conditions, it is It is 41 degrees out in Boston and Beverly and Gloucester. In Bedford, it's 39 in Fitchburg, 36 in Worcester, 38 in Sturbridge. It's 42 out in Norwood, 44 in Taunton, 43 in Bedford. It's 41 in Plymouth, 43 in Falmouth, and in Chatham, 43 in Provincetown, 44 in Martha's Vineyard. It's 39 in Providence, 45 in Wesley, 43 in Montauk, 44 in Montauk, 43 in Block Island. It's 48 in Islip, 49 in New York City, 44 in Bridgeport and New Haven. It's 43 in Denver and Meriden, Connecticut. It's 41 in Waterbury and Hartford, Connecticut. 40 in Winslow and Springfield. 38 in Greenfield and Nashville, Massachusetts, and Pittsfield, Massachusetts. It's 39 degrees out in North Adams, Massachusetts. 42 in Albany, New York. 40 in Silver Springs. It's 37 degrees in Rutland, Vermont. 43 in Benton. 37 in Brown, Vermont. 39 in Lebanon, Keene, Hampshire. 36 degrees in Jeff, Hampshire. 39 and in Nashua and Manchester and Concord, Hampshire. 36 in La Corner, Hampshire. And 40 degrees in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Portland, Maine. Okay, let's take a look at the Map situation around the country shows a frontal east to Seattle, stretching up in the northern Idaho and Montana, merged with a low pressure from station front from Montana, stretching in the North Dakota down to northern Minnesota, stretching in the northern Great Lakes. Never station front from eastern Ontario up in the northern Quebec with a low pressure right there. Cold front stretching from southern California, merging with a warm front with low pressure from southern Nevada, and a warm front stretching down from western Utah, and cold front from central Utah, stretching with Colorado down for Wyoming. Merging with a front from eastern Wyoming, stretching down western Nebraska down for northwestern Kansas with a low pressure right there. And eastern Wyoming and a station front from Mexico, stretching down the Gulf of Mexico, merging with a low pressure from Gulf of Mexico, and a cold front from Louisiana, stretching all the way up in western New York with a warm front down for eastern New York with a low pressure right in western New York, and a cold front upstate Florida and north central Florida, stretching, merging with a low pressure up Delaware, of course, with a warm front at the sea. High pressure ridges up in northwestern Ontario, and high pressure centers in southern Colorado and western Arkansas. 43 degrees in Detroit, 48 out in Pittsburgh, 57 in Washington, D.C., 65 out in Atlanta, 85 in Miami, 71 in Brownsville, Texas, 55 in Dallas, Texas, it's 49 in Kansas City, 44 in Chicago, Omaha, Nebraska, 42 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and in Seattle, Washington, it's 36 in Great Falls, Montana, it's 50 in San Francisco, 58 in Los Angeles, it's 63 degrees in Las Vegas, it's 64 in Phoenix, Arizona, around far away from Southern California, down for the Western Baja California, Mexico, it's 63 in Las Vegas, 64 in Phoenix, 34 in Salt Lake City, 44 in Denver, and 47 degrees down in Albuquerque, Mexico. And far from Western Nebraska down for Kansas. Rain total so far. Hartford, Connecticut picked up 4,500 of inch of rain. Bridgeport, Connecticut at 3,900 of rain. Buckon, Rhode Island got 3,400 inches of rain. And same as Orange, Massachusetts. Nantucket, Massachusetts got 3,300 inches of rain. Worcester, Massachusetts got 2,900 inches of rain. So does Squatic, Connecticut. Plymouth, Mass got 0.28 of rain. Hyannis, Massachusetts got 2,600 of an inch of rain. And for Poughkeepsie, New York, 2,600 inches of rain. Providence, Rhode Island had 2,400 inches of rain. And Boston, Massachusetts had 0.23 inches of rain. Okay, let's take a look at the radar, and it shows a lot of rain coming to much of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and eastern and western portions of Long Island. Even seen a lull in action around Taunton and just around Bridgewater, and western around from Greenville all the way down to Coventry. And we're seeing heavy bands of rain east of Newark, stretching in New Milford, Connecticut. Another band of heavy rain from North New Haven, stretching in New Britain, Connecticut, and around Winston, Connecticut, and stretching around Winslow in Connecticut, and also heavy rain around Holyoke, and heavy bands of rain from Ware, stretching around Athol, and then up into Jeff, New Hampshire, and stretching up in the southern and central portion of Vermont, and up in the northeastern portion of Vermont, and heavy rain around the seacoast of New Hampshire, around Kingston, New Hampshire, and up in the Dover, New Hampshire. And it's raining all the way down the south coast of Maine, from Kennebec all the way up to Brunswick, and west of Augusta, and rain showers went west of Waterville, Maine, and also some sleet from Renfrew, Maine, stretching in down to the White Mountains, New Hampshire, and also sleeting southeast of Montpelier, Vermont, and also sleeting in eastern portions of east of Rutland, Vermont. And also rain from Vermont and Jersey, stretching through Albany, Silver Springs, and stretching up to upstate New York, and some rain showers from western Illinois, stretching in Oswego, New York State, stretching in Yorker, Ontario, and also raining from Geneva, New York State, stretching down Clarence, south of Buffalo, and it's snowing from Jamestown, New York, all the way out to Erie, Pennsylvania, and also raining from northern Pennsylvania, from Erie, stretching around the Pittsburgh area, stretching them to northeast around Cleveland, Akron, and down Youngstown. And also it's snowing in central and northern ports of Ontario, central Quebec, and also a heavy bands of rain around Quebec, and also raining from Quebec down from Montreal to Ontario, and then west to Toronto. And zooming out, it shows some spotty rain showers around central portions of Minnesota, around Minneapolis, St. Paul, stretch to the western portions of Wisconsin. Rain, sleet, and snow from western Ontario, stretching to the northeastern portions of Minnesota. A lot of rain showers from off the Florida, stretching in central Florida, stretching in the Florida Gulf Coast, and a lot of rain showers from northeastern Mexico, curved around Corpus Christi in Texas. And a lot of snow showers from Sierra Mountains of California, Nevada, and around northwest of Utah, and some rain from Utah, stretching out of Nevada, and the southeastern portion of California, and also some rain, sleet, and snow showers around eastern Washington State, up into northern Idaho, and some snow, sleet, and rain showers from Montana, stretching to southern Alberta, down from southwestern portions of Saskatchewan, some snow and sleet from south central British Columbia, and Some rain showers around Astoria, Oregon, and some rain showers off the Northern California coast. Satellite loop, and it shows a lot of clouds coming to much of New England and coming to much of Atlantic Canada and search of New York and up to Ontario down to Quebec and the Canadian Maritimes. And another line of clouds from southern Florida stretching the Gulf Coast and then up to Mexico. And a line of clouds coming from northwest Mexico stretching in Arizona and New Mexico down for southern Colorado. And a line of clouds from California stretching the Intermountain region up to the Northern Rockies and then stretching up for British Columbia down for southern Alberta and down for southwest of Saskatchewan and down in the Dakotas and western portion of Nebraska. And western portions of Kansas. And line of clouds from Minnesota stretching to northwestern Wisconsin and stretching up to western portions of Ontario. Look at that weather note. I'm expecting an additional quarter, half, 100th inch of rain before it tapers. Expected a few better heavy downpours. Can't even rule out a quick rumble of thunder. Expect some snow from Berkshire County, Massachusetts, and Vermont, northern New Hampshire, and Maine. And expected to turn windy late tonight and tomorrow. And Wednesday, pick of the week. And looking at Futurecast, still a heavy band of rain showers. Gonna stay on for eastern Massachusetts by about 12 to 2:30, and it'll keep on raining before it moves up north by about 4, 6 o'clock. It'll be still raining in the Boston area and up in the east to west and up in the northeast of Massachusetts. But it'll end right here in north by about 4:30 to 6:54 p.m. It'll be up north, or at least see some few spotty rain showers by about Monday night, which is tonight. And I expected a couple of snow from northwestern Massachusetts up into western Vermont, up into Vermont, and all the way up into New Hampshire and then up into Maine with some rain possible. It will keep on snowing throughout the day on morning hours of Tuesday, and we'll have some rain showers around Brunswick and Lewiston and Augusta by about noontime on Tuesday. That's why I'm expecting the jackpot to be up in extreme northern Maine with about 9 inches of snow, and the extreme northern portion of Maine around Moosehead Lake region of Maine. Okay, we are under a wind advisory in effect from 10 p.m. tonight to 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Tuesday. Location all 7 New England, and winds was about 20-25 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Strongest winds will be from midnight to noon on Tuesday. Impacts small tree limbs and branches may be down, possibly causing scattered power outages. Wind advisory is issued when sustained winds are forecast to be 31-39 miles per gust, will range between 46 and 57 miles per hour. Winds this strong can give us some damage small tree limbs and branches, possibly causing isolated power outages, and driving can be difficult, especially for high-profile vehicles. Day 1 today, tonight, wind advisory to be a low risk of freezing rain early this morning along the east slopes of the Berkshires and portions of the higher terrain off of Route 2 in Massachusetts. Any impact will likely be limited with relatively mild ground temperatures, and day 2 for 7. Tuesday for Sunday, wind advisory, and Thursday, Friday being a moderate risk that a wind advisory be needed Thursday, and perhaps even a part of Friday, a period of strong southerly to southwesterly wind gusts, and in fact there will be even a low risk of high wind warrant correction could be met in a few locations. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For this afternoon, rain in Pittsburgh about 48 degrees, seas about 3 to 8 miles an hour, chest rate to 1%. Humidity amounts between 1 and 1 inch possible. Tonight at chest rain before 7 p.m. Then a slight chest showers between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Most skies got about 39 degrees. West about 8 to 17 miles per side, 39 miles at chest rate to 30%. Humidity about less than 7 inch possible. Tuesday, part side got about 52 degrees and breezy weather. West about 18 to 21 miles at gust size, 43 miles an hour. Tuesday night, Podcast got about 30 degrees. Northwest about 7 and 50 miles gust high, 36 miles an hour. For Wednesday, south got about 55 degrees. Northwest about 5 to 8 miles gust southwest of the afternoon. Wednesday night, Podcast got about 40 degrees. Thursday, the chest showers after 5 p.m. Most south got about 60 degrees and breezy chest space at 30%. Thursday, showers likely after 9 p.m. Podcast after 5 a.m. Otherwise, most skies got about 55 degrees and chest space is 6% with breezy skies. Friday, showers likely be able for 4 p.m. Podcast before 9 a.m. Then the Podcast after 3 p.m. Otherwise, skies got about 64 degrees and chest space at 6%. Friday night, chance of showers before 9 p.m. Most skies got about 43 degrees and chest space is 30%. Saturday, most of the podcast got about 55, about 33 degrees. And for Sunday, most skies got about 46 degrees. Curly here, not here. Peter's what a phrase today, a wet afternoon in store. And that's me for the Peter Channel New News Report on this Monday, March 28, 2016. Peter will be like, good afternoon, goodbye, Josh. We have 4 o'clock for a 4 o'clock report. Have a good afternoon.